Hello, this is for the newcomer. This won't pertain to you since today these dogs are just used to, very few people use them to hunt hogs. They're usually just pets, or people just breed them to show in conformation shows of ADBA of what a fighting dog should look like, which I like. I showed a couple dogs years ago, and it's totally different than showing a dog from another breed. That's how you screw up their health. There's a lot of inbreeding to make their head look this way, or their legs look this way, or how their chest sets and all that. It's just, that's how you get all those health problems. Performance dogs, bulldogs, beagles, stuff like that, you're breeding for a talent, so you're not going to get very many health problems. But even though this doesn't entertain, even though this doesn't pertain to you, the newcomer, I still thought it would, I should touch on a little more on breeding. And I didn't put this in my breeding video, but this come up the last video. I was talking about what all Mike Norrod taught me, everything I knew, and the only thing I disagreed with him on was I'd ask him, would he have bred to Snooty? And he said, no, not interested in breeding to a dog that quit not once, but twice. And, but he said he would breed to a dog that was untouched. And I wanted to throw another one in there. First of all, a dog that'll quit, that means he stood the line for 10 seconds and wouldn't scratch. So then he would lose the match and be considered not a game dog. Untouched is a dog that's never seen combat, hasn't been game tested or anything. And a cold dog is a dog that just won't fight. You can put another dog on him and they'll just wag their tail. Some might even whine a little bit, but you cannot get them to fight back at all. So I just wanted to touch more on that because with Mike saying he wouldn't breed to an untouched dog, or I'm sorry, he wouldn't breed to a dog that quit, but he'd breed to an untouched dog. And I always felt the opposite, because the untouched dog, first of all, could be cold. Second of all, the untouched dog maybe has no ability, no mouth, no gameness. I mean, just the shits. At least if a dog quit, and I never bred to a dog that quit, but if a dog quit, man, maybe he's got mouth, ability. He's got it all, man. He's a good producer. You breed him and he throws better dogs than him. He just quits. So that was my disagreement with him. And then, of course, a cold dog, very rarely would you breed them. You know, a cold dog was just, I'd never bred to a cold dog. I'd bred to an untouched dogs. Usually early on when, you know, it took me a while to know people because I just didn't trust people. And so I bred some bitches that were untouched early on, but I never bred to a male that was untouched. And I don't think it's okay that the male is game and the female's not. That's just how it ended up. On average, males are more aggressive than bitches. But I just thought I would throw that out there, even though the newcomer, this won't pertain to you. It's just, you know, a piece of history of how your dog came about. The majority of people game tested their dog and wouldn't breed it unless it was game tested. I never, like I said, the untouched dog, I did early on, and then I never did it again because I had people I could trust, and everybody made sure their males and bitches were game. And then, of course, that was the main thing. And then you look for other traits, you know, whether they had mouth or ability or just a good winded dog. But that was just something that I wanted to touch base on. for the newcomer, because this is if your dog ends up saving your life from a wolf, a coyote, whatever, this is why. This is where they got it from. And it's not that you can't have a German Shepherd or a Doberman save your life, but those dogs wasn't bred to fight. These dogs were bred to fight for years, and you might actually have some dogs that'll throw that, even though you've had generation after generation of just being pets. One will still come down the pike. But yeah, I have known people that bred to untouched dogs, and never known anybody to breed to a cold dog. And of course, there's been people out there that bred the dogs to quit, but I think that they seen something in them. Like I said, maybe, well, he quit in 45 minutes, but he's a hell of a producer. Or he throws game dogs, or he throws high ability dogs. And just, it was pretty much the norm in the old days was you didn't breed to a cold dog, you didn't breed to an untouched dog, and you didn't breed to a dog that quit. But like I said, of the three, sometimes the dog that quit might have still got bred if they seen, especially if you had a dog that was, had mouth and had ability, had natural air, just had it all, and it would take it like 2 hours to quit. It's pretty damn good dog, because I think I read where Richard Stratton said one time where in the right circumstances, all dogs will quit, and the only dead game dog is the one that died. So, and I would agree with that. So that was just a little bit more that I didn't touch on this in my breeding video. And again, this is just for historical purposes. This is what made your dog today, is the warriors of yesterday. And that was a little bit of breeding, of how we did it in the old days. And next video I'm going to do on crazy dogs that I had personally. I think there's 4 I'm going to do, where I know one I couldn't even get bred. He was just so fight crazy, and just some actually they're funny stories on some of the things these dogs did. I think I get 3 males and a bitch that I own that were crazier than hell, that it'd be fun listening to some of them stories. So I hope everybody has a good day.